Howdy folks, Bluesboy Jag here. Yet another 3-string cigar box guitar lesson. It's the major versus minor pentatonic on a 3-string cigar box guitar with a special lick thrown in for good measure. We are tuned to G, so that's an A string tuned down to G, a D string tuned normal to D, and a 3rd string or G string tuned normal to G. Always tune your G string normal. Open G tuning. Let's get right to it. What we're going to be doing here is playing a minor pentatonic and a major pentatonic. It's going to be the same shape, same fingerings, just moved up a fret. So when we start out, we're going to be playing the 5th fret, the 3rd fret, and open for all 3 strings. That's your minor pentatonic, well, mostly. If we move that down, that's a major pentatonic. This is unbelievably cool, unbelievably simple, and unbelievably important. So if you're playing rock and blues, more than likely, not always, but probably about 60-70% of the time, it's going to be in a minor key. So on a 3-string, there's your mini minor pentatonic. So it's 5-3-0, 5-3-0, 5-3-0. So here's a little bit of a rock and roll riff, just so you can kind of acclimate your ear to the key. That sounds pretty good for rock and roll, right? So that's a minor key. Same fingerings on all 3 strings. 5-3-0, 5-3-0, 5-3-0. So here is the lick that I came up with within that scale. Sort of a rock and roll lick, sort of a bluesy lick. Lots of notes in there. Lots of hammer-ons and pull-offs. What I'm doing is starting on the middle string from 0, hammering to 3, hammering to 5. Then I'm going to hammer on the 1st string. Lots of different options here, but I'm just going to stick with the 3 and 5 frets. So I'm hammering and pulling on that 1st string. That's a hammer on the 2nd, and here is the hammer pull on the 1st. I'm picking it 1 time. And you can play any kind of variation of those notes. You can even put the in-between notes in. Nine notes, but you can really get a lot of mileage out of those 9 notes. Let's say you're playing a slow blues. I should say medium tempo blues. Let's just pretend like that's your rhythm track right now, and I'm gonna jam on top of it. specific licks that you're learning here. You're just kind of getting your ear acclimated to it. Don't forget, you can sharp that first string up to the 6th fret. You can even do that on the 2nd string and the 3rd string. Anyway, I could go on and on about the options you've got just with those 9 notes. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 notes, if you consider the open strings. I've played many gigs where the entire solo is on 3 strings on those 3 frets on each string, plus the open. So, mid-tempo blues. Just kind of be thinking that's the solo with a mid-tempo shuffle. Fits perfectly. Now, move all that down 1 fret. Major key. Mind blown. Super unbelievably simple. And I mean that in a good way. I don't mean simple as in stupid simple and limited. I mean simple as in amazingly easy and a lot of options. Basically, the major on this guitar, tuned this way, the major pentatonic is going to be, for this position anyway, 420, 420, 420. But you can put the in-between notes in there too. You don't have to all the time, obviously, but you can. Okay, one more little thing. Why can I go up to the 6th fret? That can't work. That sounds awful. It's a bend. It's the same thing as a bend. So if I do that, hey, I've heard that trillions of times, right? That sounds fine. But when people don't bend and go to that note, a lot of people initially, understandably, are like, that ain't right. That sounds weird. If you do that enough, it doesn't sound weird anymore. Just like when you first start playing guitar and you do a bend, you're like, yeah, it sounds like a cat is being strangled. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole point. You just have to make that cat being strangled sound cooler, that's all. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed that lesson. Experiment with that. Be sure and subscribe. Check out my website, jagshouse.com. Cigar box guitar since 2004. Over 4,000 sold, just like this one. Be sure and subscribe. And we will see you next time.